My adventure to the Grand Canyon. Hi, NYC English Academy. My name is Andrea, and I'm 20 years old. I live in Peru, where everyone speaks Spanish. I love to learn new things, and I've been studying English for a while. But even though I know some English words, I feel really scared to speak it. I'm always worried I might mess up or say something wrong. One day, I got very exciting news. I was going on a trip to the Grand Canyon in America. I was so happy because I had always wanted to see it. But then, I felt nervous. I knew I'd have to speak English to talk to people there. What if I couldn't understand them? What if they couldn't understand me? I felt worried, but I also really wanted to go on this adventure. When I arrived in America, everything felt so big and different. People were speaking English everywhere. I took a deep breath and told myself, "It's okay, Andrea. Just do your best." On my way to the Grand Canyon, I had to ask someone for directions. My heart was beating fast. I went up to a man and said, "Excuse me, where is bus to Grand Canyon?" The man looked at me and smiled. He understood me. He said, "Oh, the bus is over there." I was so happy I understood him too. I thanked him and went to the bus. But when I got to the Grand Canyon, I felt nervous again. There were so many people, and they were all talking in English. I was afraid to say anything, worried I would make a mistake. So, I decided to just look around and not talk to anyone. As I walked around, looking at the beautiful Grand Canyon, I noticed a kind-looking man standing nearby. He looked over and smiled. "Hi," he said. I took a deep breath and said, "Hi." My voice was quiet because I was still nervous. The man introduced himself. "My name is Julian," he said. "Are you visiting the Grand Canyon too?" "Yes," I said, trying my best to sound confident. "I am here for trip." I hoped he understood what I was trying to say. Julian smiled warmly. "That's great. Where are you from?" "I am from, Peru," I said, a bit unsure. "That's amazing," Julian said. "I've always wanted to visit Peru." He was so friendly, and he didn't laugh at my English. Talking to him made me feel better. We started walking together, looking at the Grand Canyon and talking more. Julian was very patient and spoke slowly so I could understand. He even taught me some new words. He said, "Andrea, your English is good. Don't be afraid to speak. Mistakes are okay, that's how we learn." I smiled and felt a little more brave. "Thank you, Julian," I said. "I am trying my best." As we walked, I practiced speaking more and more. I told him about my family, my home in Peru, and how I was so excited to be at the Grand Canyon. Sometimes I would mess up a word or pause to think, but Julian was always patient and helped me find the right words. By the end of the day, I felt so much better about speaking English. I was still a little nervous, but I knew I could do it. Julian made me feel brave, and I was so glad I had met him. When it was time to say goodbye, Julian said, "Andrea, you did an amazing job today. Keep practicing, and don't be afraid. You're doing great." "Thank you, Julian," I said with a big smile. "You helped me a lot." We waved goodbye, and I felt so proud of myself. I had faced my fear and spoken English with a new friend. I felt like I could do anything now. So, that's my story about my trip to the Grand Canyon. Thanks to Julian, I learned that it's okay to make mistakes and that I just need to keep trying. Now, I'm excited to keep practicing my English and go on more adventures.